Alright, we're going to be giving some thoughts on the new OTs. We had a playtesting session literally last night, and you're not going to see those videos for a week or so, but well, let's dig on into this. So make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. If you do want to see some of the content early channel members, it's literally 99 cents. It's just a fun little perk that we did on this channel for the people that were requesting, hey, we want to see the videos early, Robbie. Give us the early content. I'm a little bit behind on uploading right now. It's been a very busy 2 to 3 weeks. So bear with me a little bit. More will come. I need patience, please. So, things that I learned about the new Overtriggers / the new orders from Festival Collection for testing, and this is for premium. Y'all know we don't touch standard at all on this channel. We don't touch V. It's always premium here because it's the format we always love playing and so forth. So this is going to be our thoughts here. So first of all, here the new OTs. The evil little dark OT, the one that basically heals a card to your hand and gives you the ability to call one, seems very okay. From the discussion that me and Keegan were having, we were looking at the red OT just feels better for the potential restand that you can get off of it. We were looking at versus blue. Blue gives the crit, which is fine, but the black OT, yeah, the healing one and calling one with 10k can be fine, but honestly, the discussion point we were having was the 10k isn't really worth it at the end of the day. It is some generated value, sure, and the healing is fine, but that is just kind of that. It doesn't really facilitate too much. Plus, once again, I mean, like all OTs in premium, you have to hit it. All right. For my personal testing, I put it in 7Cs. I did like the idea of being able to salvage one, call one from hand. Seemed pretty cool. We were joking about putting it in OTT, but we didn't actually do that. Now, the light Overtrigger, the one that draws you a card for every open, including Guardian Circle, and it also board wipes your opponent and wipes off their Guardian. So I do want to throw out here, in the grand scheme of this card, holy crap, this card's nuts. The first big thing that you need to understand here is if you hit this card in turn 1, turn 2, while grade 1, grade 2 game is being played, you're probably, in premium, you can draw 1, 2, plus the Guardian's ring, you can draw 3 cards off of hitting that Overtrigger early. Plus, if your opponent guarded, you 2 and then board wipe that, so the damage still hits. The light Overtrigger is a very dangerous card to exist. We were talking about playing it in D-Robo, and the biggest concern we had was, imagine your opponent's Sentinels, and you hit the OT, and then you hit the grade 3. But the OT already triggered and blew up the Sentinel, so you can't nullify it. It's already gone. So honestly, D-Robo is the one deck that I do want to play it in. We were joking about playing it in OTT because on the turn you push, whatever feeble guard your opponent has, you could hit it, blow up their field, take away the rest of their resources, and it does kind of feel a little bit more win more there. That's fine. All right. That's just intents and purposes. All right. Just the fun little discussion points to have out here. And we were also talking about playing it in Bermuda Triangle. But the thing we were talking about with Bermuda was sometimes you value the extra 20k on the columns more versus, Bermuda just having a random board wipe across the board. But there are some times in those Bermuda turns where your opponent's hard guarding that, and that OT could come up, destroy your opponent's field, smash the guard, you put the 100k on the rear guard, and you would be able to push on through. But a lot of other scenarios, I don't think you're going to play it in Grand Blue. I don't think you're going to play it in Neo Nectar. Neo doesn't need a board wipe, all right? You got to look at it from the vantage point of what decks could use the board wipe to their advantage to put things up, and I think D-Robo, quite possibly OTT and Bermuda, are the wild card considerations for that. The Overtrigger, that Overtrigger is very dangerous. And like I said, it's going to steal a lot of crazy games from people. But you got to once again remember, if you're looking at playing this in things like the Dragon Empire, you're competing with Drag Vita. I value that Vanguard restand a lot. All right, and 95% of the clans can already do a board wipe anyway. All right, and then to top things off, other consideration for what other value it has. I mean, Eldo Breath doubles, so I don't really have an issue playing that in Stargate. So those are what we've looked at. Very early thoughts for that. Now we did test out the Regius piece in Link Joker, specifically Chaos. The pot, it's the one that gives you the choice of either draw 2 cards or put it into the soul and countercharge. And we definitely, card's really good, actually. The fact in Chaos that you can tuck it into soul, get a countercharge, or the fact that you can use it as a draw 2. Now, obviously, Bracing Angel Ladder is a card. That is something that you do need to consider as well. Bracing Angel Ladder gives the Vanguard 5k, gives your stuff basic immune protection. But one of the biggest things we were like, honestly, the draw 2 kind of makes it worth it. He did draw. There were a lot of situations where you did initiate the draw 2 just to kind of further dig into some resources to kind of see what you could do. And then in other games, you just need the extra soul, and not having the little tuck into the soul, counter charge 2, soul charge 2. It's definitely not what it once was, for sure, with Star Vader. But I think I like the idea of testing the card in there. I can't, honestly, looking at the new, or that Regius piece in general, there are not a lot of decks that I can think of right now that I would want to be able to stick it in the soul, get a counter charge, or get the pot of greed. I feel like it's a very niche order that definitely falls short of Bracing Angel Ladder, but there are some situations that it is going to be more worthwhile for consideration. And of course, we're not even looking at the Elementaria for this. That's not even a premium consideration. The other things to talk about are the Dual Nation cards. The cards that you win place from hand and very strictly outside the battle phase. Specifically looking at the Plant Generator. I did test out one of the Plant Generator in Katrina, because I was like, well, if you end up seeing it along the way, it's a free counterblast 1, and then you get an extra 5k on the plant token turns, maybe an extra 10k. It should be an actual extra 10k. I like the idea of that. It's cool. But the problem is, once you get into the deck build of Katrina itself, you want to have 4 of the token generators on attack, your top 5 checker. You also want to make sure that you have as many of the on-call make tokens as you can, especially as you're deck thinning down in the later half of the games. And that was just a one-of I was testing. It didn't come up. More testing will be required. And then we looked at the Stoicheia and Keter one as a consideration for Witch Megas, or the Witch deck for OTT. Problem is, though, you don't have room to want to play it. It's like, when you're looking at the deck's design, it's like, you're on 4 grade 2 Tsukiyomi, and you're on 4 of the discard top 5 checker for a grade 2, and that's about it. The rest of your slots are going to be dedicated to the Witch stuff because you want the superior ride package, so you can put that pressure on your opponent so you can win the game. And I think that's kind of how I feel about all of the new Dual Nation cards. We just don't have room for them, or there's just better cards currently. And that's my initial thoughts. We'll have to wait and see, though. And once again, this is all for premium. This isn't for standard. All right. Once again, the Light Overtrigger, a very dangerous card. Whew, very dangerous. I don't know what you're thinking, Bushiroad, making that thing, but there will be some random blowouts on that, especially from some cheaters in the game. They're going to stack that thing, and you're just going to get a free draw 3, and you're going to get blown out of the water. All right. The Dark OT, okay. Dual Nation cards, okay. The Regius piece, okay. And Elementaria Sanctitude, no. Not in our premium. Not the new version. We'll stick to the old one. So overall, it was a good day of testing. Is there anything special to look forward to? A lot of Chaos Breaker. A lot of Chaos Breaker. A lot of Chaos Breaker. There's a lot. Well, outside of that, guys, channel members will get stuff early. Please be patient, though. I'm really far behind on this channel. I'm trying to catch things up. And well, it was a good night for playtesting. You guys have a good rest of your day, alright? Thanks for watching today's video. Check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter MCool40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your purchase. Check out mcoolgames.com if you're interested in getting some cool play mats and single trading cards as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss one of our videos. Thanks for watching.